Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing the Lux X Umbra Tarot. So I started to unbox it and then I realized how beautifully it was packaged and I thought, oh, I want to share this with everyone. So it comes in a box. It came with this really beautiful postcard and a little thank you note. And it did come with a really gorgeous pouch, really gorgeous bag. I don't know if the deck actually comes with this. I'm guessing you have to actually purchase this separately. I think this was just given to me as a thank you gift. So it's beautiful. Really nice, beautiful, velvety, really nice quality actually. I'll definitely be using that. And then I just thought this was so cute how this deck was packaged with this beautiful packing stuff. And then if you look at the box, it's got this beautiful wax seal. It just looks so magical. I love it. And then it does come with a little card, which is the certificate of authenticity. This is the first edition of the Lux X Umbra Tarot. All right, so let's unwrap it. I'm almost like sad to unwrap it because it's so pretty. I don't want to wreck it. And I'm really excited to look at this deck. I looked at images online, so I kind of know what it looks like, but nothing beats seeing a tarot deck in real life, I think. So I'm excited to see these cards and yeah. Okay. I don't know, I might need scissors for this. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, the Lux X Umbra. Beautiful box. Okay, so this deck comes with a little black book with meanings of each card, it looks like. Looks like it's all in French. Oh no, here, half of it is in French, and then here we have the English version. Good, okay. All right, so right away, cardstock. This is actually my favorite kind of cardstock. It's very velvety, very, very thick. Really high quality cardstock, very velvety, thick, and just very, very luxurious feeling. So this is what the card backs look like. There's like little constellations. There's a bit of texture there too. Really gorgeous. Actually quite unique looking. So I guess I'll just slowly go through this deck and let you get a feel for these cards. Beautiful colors, really vibrant. I'm not really sure which card is which, so I'll have to look up in the book. I believe, well, number 2 would be High Priestess. That would be the Fool. No, this would be the Fool. That would be the Magician. And the High Priestess. And then the Empress. That looks just like a real pearl too. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Ooh, Justice. That's interesting. I normally really don't like Justice in the tarot decks, but I actually like this one. It's like an eye in the cosmos. It's actually quite powerful. The Hermit, that one's beautiful. Death. Ooh, this one's different. It's glossy. Has a totally different finish. Interesting. The back feels the same, but oh no, it's not glossy. It's just the center part is glossy. The rest of the card is matte. Ooh. These cards are very powerful. Like the images just pop. Like they just pop out. And I don't know if it's translating. I think it's translating on film, but like the imagery just pops. A lot of these cards, like especially this one, like you really feel the imagery. Like you really can sense it easily. Like these would be easy cards to enter. If you ever do that when you're reading, when you enter a card, when you imagine yourself, oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my God. When you imagine yourself stepping into the card. There's the Moon. The Sun. And the World. Or no, is that the World? Or is that the yeah, it is. Okay, so here we are with the Suit of Wands. So in a lot of ways, this is what I would call, I haven't seen the other cards yet, but I think this is what I would call a pip deck. So the minors are, there aren't scenes on the minors. They're just the symbol of the wands. Pip decks can be more challenging to learn and to read with. But it's a challenge that I think is worth undertaking for sure. Very fiery, this suit. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a ladder. Here's the court cards. Okay, here we are into the Suit of Pentacles. Really nice colors. Like these cards really come to life with their colors, and the images really just seem to glow. Ten of Pentacles, and then here we are into the court cards. And I'll have to read a little bit about the court cards in the book that comes with it, because it looks like these are kind of like astrology symbols, which I'm really bad at. I think these are called glyphs. Okay, here we are with the Suit of Swords. I love how these images just really jump right out at you. And then the Suit of Cups. Feels very magical and ephemeral. I'm excited to see how this deck reads. I might have trouble reading the court cards, I think, in this deck, but I'm excited to see. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so we're right at the end here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle this deck. And I think I'm just going to draw a couple cards to start with. Ooh, these cards feel like pure luxury in my fingertips. They feel so velvety. I'm almost scared to shuffle them because like I don't want to, they feel really sturdy, but I feel like I want to handle them with care. All right, so I'm going to ask the Lux X Umbra Tarot what we can do to bring more magic into our lives this week. And I'm going to draw 2 cards for this. Okay. So we've got Le Pendu. I believe this is the Tower. Let me just look at it. Yeah, this is the Tower. Interesting. All right. So let's zoom in. So I asked, what can we do to bring more magic into our lives this week? And we have the Tower. And the Tower is about, it's kind of about destruction. It's really about kind of scrapping something so that you can rebuild from the ground up. And that might be the key this week, is that there's something that has been really sucking your energy and taking your time, and it may be time to take a totally different approach and not necessarily destroy it or scrap it, but it may be time to start thinking about starting fresh and building from the ground up in some way. There's also, I mean, this is a very beautiful, this card reminds me, maybe it is an incense cone actually. It looks to me like an incense cone that's burning and smoldering. So if I were to read this in a very literal sense, it's about bringing in kind of the element of fire the element of air into your week. So one way I like to do this, and again, this is reading this card in a really literal way, I love to light incense. I find lighting incense and just the smoke like billowing around really brings kind of a sense of like mystery and magic to my living space. But you could also have a candle going or something like that as a way to bring that element of fire. But that's the message I'm getting, is bringing in that element. How can you bring the element of fire into your life this week? And in a literal sense, it could be lighting a candle, meditating on incense. I don't know if you've ever done that, where you just meditate and watch incense and watch the smoke. Or it could mean bringing the element of fire in, meaning time to sort of burn something down and start fresh in some way. Okay, let's have a look at the second card. So again, the question I asked was, how can we bring more magic into our lives this week? And here we have the sun. Wow, and this is such an intense, I mean, I feel like all these cards are really intense, but the sun is a really beautiful, intense card. And I like how we have the tower and then we have the sun. Like, those are two very different kinds of energies. And the sun has this, it has a very intense directness about it. And I think that I'm going to read it as being about, well, a couple of things. It's about shining a light on something so that you can see it clearly in the full light of the sun. But I'm drawn to the way her face looks like it's kind of cracking, and there's this light emanating from behind it. And I feel like this message, this card, is about letting your inner light shine through in some way. So the question becomes, what can you do this week that will help you let your inner light build and shine through? And that might be, that's not exactly an easy question to answer, but that's a good question to kind of contemplate and maybe journal about. Okay, so I'm going to draw one last card, and I'm just going to ask this deck, what message do you have for those of us watching and listening? What's one message that you'd like to leave us with? Oh, interesting. Okay, so here we have the Five of Cups. Okay. So here we see 5 cups stacked on top of each other, and it looks like the top cup is kind of tipped and it's kind of spilling out. And it looks like there's broken glass all around, which is interesting. So typically when the 5 of Cups comes up, I see this about, it symbolizes something not going according to plan, but our tendency to fixate on things that aren't going according to plan. And it's almost like everything was going just right, and then, oh, what's interesting, it says 5 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only see 4 here, so I'm not sure what I'm missing. Oh, the other one's broken. That's why. There's shards of glass. So it's like everything is going according to plan, except when we get to the 4th cup, it's spilling, and it looks like the 5th cup maybe had exploded already because there's shards of glass everywhere. So really interesting take. Really interesting depiction of the 5 of Cups, I think. I think it says, you know, be ready for things not to always go according to plan. And I feel like the 5 of Cups is about adaptability. It's how do you adapt? When things don't go according to plan, how do you adapt? Do you fixate on the things that aren't working and that didn't go according to plan, to the point where you're just so fixated on that you have a hard time kind of picking up the pieces and carrying on? Or do you find new ways to kind of change yourself and adapt and accommodate and grow and learn? That is the question of the 5 of Cups. You know, how do you adapt when things don't go your way? How do you adapt? Okay, really interesting card actually. So I'm looking forward to using this deck in some of my upcoming weekly readings. So again, I'll show you the backs. The backs actually might be in some ways my favorite backs that I've ever seen. And you might wonder, I don't think I mentioned who did this deck. So let's have a look here. So the name of the company is Mystiic. And I believe Paulina is the artist, I think. I might have that wrong. I'll check into that before. I'll put all the pertinent information below this video, so in the description box below this video. So if you're interested in purchasing this deck or learning more about it, I'm going to put all the links and the info just below this video. But this has been my unboxing of the Lux X Umbra Tarot by Mystiic, and on right at the top of the box it says light out of shadow. All right, it's got a sun there and a moon here. Beautiful. Oh, such a pretty box. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing, and you can find more unboxing videos and deck reviews and tarot tutorials and tarot spreads and all that fun stuff on my website, dailytarotgirl.com. So thank you for watching.